And with that, please, Monica, come on up. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Farhan, and good afternoon, everyone. Oh, probably I shall say bonjour à toutes et à tous on this French language day and also International Day of Happiness. But before I start, I would like to say hello to Manus Rijal. He joins us from Shubha Shanchar Media in Nepal. Thank you very much for being here. I will start with the statement that the President delivered this morning in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The President of the General Assembly has delivered a statement at the second high-level United Nations Conference on South-South Cooperation, also known as BAPA Plus 40, under the theme, the role of South-South cooperation and the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, Challenges and Opportunities. Ms. María Fernanda Espinosa spoke at the opening of the event in Buenos Aires on the importance of South-South cooperation and triangular cooperation in achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. She also said that this is a powerful tool in the efforts to eradicate poverty. The PJ believes that it has generated positive outcomes such as connecting people and communities and helping to restore trust and effectiveness in multilateral actions. Mrs. Espinosa stressed that South-South cooperation is the backbone of regional integration. It does not replace cooperation between the North and the South, and that official development assistance, ODA, continues to be crucial and must be implemented. Before delivering her speech, Mrs. Espinosa visited the inauguration of the South-South Cooperation exhibition, and she held a bilateral meeting with the President of Uruguay, His Excellency Tabaré Vázquez. Both leaders talked about regional cooperation, multilateralism, and the Agenda 2030. As we speak, Mrs. Espinosa is meeting the President of Argentina, His Excellency Mauricio Macri, and she will hold a bilateral meeting with the Argentine Foreign Minister, His Excellency Jorge Fauri. Later today, the PJ will meet representatives from Bangladesh, Romania, the European Commission, and the Ibero-American General Secretariat. The President has sent her condolences to the people and the government of Afghanistan after heavy floods affected the country. Nearly 130,000 people have been affected by the floods in the western and central parts of Afghanistan, which also caused loss of life. And this morning, the PJ issued a tweet reiterating her solidarity with the people in the southern African countries of Malawi, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe who are suffering the destruction and devastation left by tropical cyclone Idai, which passed through the region last week, as we know. Mrs. Espinosa thanked humanitarian organizations for their tireless work on the ground to assist the victims. And this is also all from us. Do you have any questions? Not? Okay, so I wish you have. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shubha. Shubha Chantar Media.
Thank you so much, Monica. So really appreciate. And I would like to know a little bit about the South-South cooperation. As you said, it is a tool to eradicate poverty, right? I mean, all the tools that we implement for making it a success, that to eradicate poverty. So how can we cooperate under the South-South cooperation?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, the President has spoken this morning, and she actually stressed precisely that. It's a powerful tool for cooperation among countries in the South-South sphere, but not only. So this doesn't replace the triangular cooperation, which is, of course, as you know, the cooperation amongst countries in the South, but also in the North. So nowadays, what is important, and the PJ has been stressing that, is the strength of multilateralism through the work of South-South cooperation, through bilateral cooperation, but that this all reinforce the spirit of international cooperation in the multilateralism itself. These countries play a very important role, on the exchange of know-how, some of the challenges faced by, nowadays in the implementation of the Agenda 2030 itself, among countries in the Southern Hemisphere are very similar. And the cooperation through these decades of engagement has proven that it is a powerful tool, that it works, and that it works well. Yes? Okay, so any other questions? No? Yeah, Masood?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Just one.
Go ahead.
On this inconclusive agreement on the expansion of the Security Council, is that at any point in time, she's going to say that this will remain inconclusive and that there is no chance of increase in permanent seats to the Security Council? Is there any chance that she's going to declare that?
She will declare that the results of the outcome of the negotiations will lead to an increase. We will have to wait for the outcome of the negotiations. And then I also would probably refer you to the readouts that we have been posting on the website on what has been produced so far. But as we talked, by June, there must be a report from the facilitators, the co-facilitators, on the outcome of the negotiations as a whole. At the moment, this is an ongoing process. And countries are talking, member states are deliberating, they are negotiating, and they're reflecting on what is being proposed. But I think when we're talking about the reform of the Security Council, it would be good news if we had the outcome of the reform as soon as possible. But again, this is a member states-driven process, and we have to wait for their decisions. But what you are asking me is if it is possible by September, when this PJ finishes her term, that she will break the news. We will see. But thank you for your question, Masood. I appreciate that. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Thanks.